Hey everybody, this is Mark from Suicide Silence, and you're listening to Collision on Voice FM.
You joined Suicide Silence back in 2005. What were you doing before that?
I was playing in other bands. I had just dropped out of high school. I was selling weed and mushrooms and trying to be cool.
Try to fit in.
Trying to fit in is exactly right. Or maybe I think I probably wasn't trying to fit in. I was trying to stand out.
Yeah. Which, I mean, you definitely found a band that's done that. And what are you guys doing at the moment? Because you have got the new album, You Can't Stop Me, out. Are you guys touring America currently?
We have actually been at home working on new music, and we're just gearing up right now really to hit the road and do the final bit of You Can't Stop Me's touring, which is going to basically be a world tour before the year's over. We're coming to Australia. We're about to start rehearsing to go fly around the world in less than half a year, which is going to be an exciting time.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking at your touring schedule now. You're definitely going to South America and then Asia before you come to Australia even.
Yep, and then there's some other stuff that we're going to announce here shortly that will fill in basically the rest of the year and keep us pretty busy. And as well as sooner than later, there'll be some announcements in regards to new music, which I think everyone should get fucking stoked for, because we've been at home working on all this new music for the past 6 months. So there's a lot of new shit going on.
Well, I did notice actually with You Can't Stop Me, I mean, you are technically a deathcore band, but there seems to be a lot of layers and colours and different flavours going right throughout the album. So do you guys all have different influences that you bring into it, or how do you... I mean, the songs are so different from each other in so many ways, but they work together.
Every single one of us comes from I don't want to say completely different. We all kind of are around the same age when certain things were going on in music. Like, we all really liked the Deftones and Slipknot and Pantera, and we all grew up with Metallica, and we all grew up with, Lamb of God when they first hit. We were all at the age where that was real big for us. But I think where we all come from musically from the beginning, we all come from a different background. Some of us, we're listening to big bands, big Mexican bands, and there's a lot of Latin flavor in our band. We got two dudes that are, one of them's dad, Garza, the original guitar player, his dad played trumpet in a big Mexican band, and there's music all in Alex's family, and there's just a bunch of Latin flavor over there. And then for me, my dad was a jazz guitar player. Eddie and I both were in school band. There's just so much weird influence that puts us together as who knows why we're in a death metal or deathcore or even a metal band. We're just a bunch of weird ass musicians that get together and have a lot of fun. And yeah, I mean, we've always just strived to encourage each other to let all of that influence out and not be afraid of where we come from. And yeah, with You Can't Stop Me, we were definitely trying to push the envelope on making sure that every song doesn't just have a similar deathcore sound to it. There's just so many bands that it's just the song starts and it does some stuff, and then at the end it gets really heavy, like the same old shit. And structuring songs and using our influence to our advantage. One day we'll probably put out a record that all sounds like Steely Dan and fucking Santana.
We'll be watching out for that one for sure, but you definitely succeeded with this album. It is a really good album, and all the songs do have a very distinct identity of their own, but then it does all work together. So then I'm wondering what the new music you're working on, are you going to be pushing yourself for the next album with some similar challenge?
Always, the new stuff has taken on a new life and definitely shows a bunch of different sides of where we all come from as creators, as artists, and people who we got color in this fire, and we want to express ourselves. And the new music is going to be new. It's going to be the newest thing you've heard from Suicide Silence since the last stuff you've heard.
Yeah. So it has only been 2 years since you've been to Australia, but you have been here a few times. You must get a good audience here and must like it here.
Yeah. I mean, if we could, we would tour Australia once a year, twice a year. You know, who knows? It's a paradise, really. Everyone that lives there should be very, very happy about it. It's a good spot. People are cool, and the shows are always just insane because I think that people in Australia are just a little crazier than the rest of the world, and maybe that's why we like it so much.
I think you might be right there. Do you think some of your tracks are actually directly influenced by some of the countries you're in and the politics and stuff and the lifestyles happening there?
The first thing that comes to mind is a country that influences us a lot is British and Polish. British rock and roll is like some of my favorite stuff. And I mean, I guess I kind of took a turn of probably a joking question, and then like Polish metal, dude. Yeah, there's so many countries that have little stylistic characteristics to their music that influences us big time. We've always got songs that are in reference to countries or regions. So totally, everywhere we go influences us.
Awesome. Actually, I was just, while you were saying that, for some reason, I was wondering if you hadn't been in a band, do you know what you would have done with your life?
I would probably work at Disneyland. No, I have no idea what I would do. That the blank stare that I just gave after you gave that question is an inclination that I have no fucking clue what I would do if I didn't have suicide silence.
Oh, so, well then, you said your father was a jazz guitarist, wasn't he?
Yeah, I've always wanted to play guitar. I made a pact with myself at an early age saying that I would never work a regular job, and I've never had a real job, and I've been playing guitar professionally, I guess, if you want to call it that, for just over a decade. And yeah, I tattooed my hands and stuff like that as a pact with myself that I'm never gonna fucking quit and I'm gonna keep doing this even if I have to starve. And I've just made humble goals. I've always just said I hope I have enough money to feed myself and pay whatever bills that I need to pay. I don't live lavishly. I just get by and I enjoy what I do and I don't take it for granted.
Well, that sounds to me like you're winning in life if you've never had to work a regular job and you've been able to live your dream. And I suspect, talking to you, that a lot of your dream is actually the travelling and the touring part of it.
Yeah, it is and it isn't. I mean, touring is really cool. Traveling is the best. Like, I try to incorporate like a tour ends and I'll stay where that tour ends and like do my own bit of traveling and hanging out. And I like the touring aspect and being on the road all the time, but I would enjoy it if I could just have my free time and do anything the hell that I want to do. But on the other end of it, it's like the 1 hour or whatever it is, it's the stage time. Like, that's why I do it. Like, performing and being able to be up there and play my guitar and give this fucking awesome thing that is a show to a bunch of people that need a fucking good time. And, you know, I live in a world where every day is Friday. Like, everybody comes to the show and wants to just have a party. And it's like every day is somebody's party that they've been looking forward to for months. And, like, that's just fucking cool as shit. Just being able to be a part of people's release, people's everything. Music is everything to people. And it was everything for me when I was a kid. And now here I am able to sit and talk on the phone about how badass it is and how fucking cool it is to share it with the world.
And call it work.
I do my best not to call it work. The work is the stuff that nobody knows that goes into it. You know, like we always have the joke, like, "What's it like to be in a band?" We always say, like, "What's it like to be in a band?" when we're doing something just you would never imagine. Like one time we did a meet and greet contest where we had a taco party and we had Suicide Silence hot sauce and we ordered like thousands of dollars worth of hot sauce, and we had these pallets of hot sauce, and they got delivered to our band room, and we had to have 2 people over on one side of the fence and 3 people on the other side of the fence passing over crates of hot sauce, and we're like, "What's it like to be in a band?" It's like, "Oh, well, sometimes you got to pass hot sauce over the fence," and so So there's whatever the work is to be in a band, it's strange work, but it's cool.
Well, you are coming to Australia in September, and you're starting in Brisbane on the 3rd of September, and you finish up in Perth on the 9th, and then you've got a couple of weeks before you do the massive Ozfest meets Notfest. So you're going to have a couple of weeks in Australia?
Yep. I very well could. I might spend maybe like a week or something extra, rent a car, and just go nuts. I think the main thing that I'm going to do this year is Christmas in Europe, because, well, now I'm giving away touring plans, but we got a European tour wrapping up near Christmas. And I think I'm gonna stay in Berlin. I haven't thought about Australia yet.
Is there something like that you want people to know about Suicide Silence or the latest album?
What do I want? I want people to know that Suicide Silence is literally doing everything in our power to be the fucking beacon of life for the fans that listen to our shit and fucking allow us to do what we're doing. And we're just incredibly stoked and grateful that we're able to do this and to have people that would even listen to these words and listen to our music. So if you listen to us, fucking thank you. And, you know, we're doing this for you guys and for the well-being of heavy fucking music and music in general. So just continue being badass, and we'll do our best to be as badass as we can be.
Well, you're doing a good job, and if everyone comes down to your shows when you come to Australia, then it's going to be a massive party for everyone involved.
Oh yeah, that's always the goal. Just bring the party, have fun.
If people go to facebook.com/Suicide Silence and give you a like, they can keep an eye out for when you do pop up.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We're pretty active on our Facebook. There's a whole lot of Facebook likes and people on there. When we do get on there, it's really awesome. I mean, we appreciate all the attention that our Facebook brings to us. It's a good... Who needs a fucking website when Facebook is as readily available?
Definitely. And Destroy Lines that tickets are available from, and they did go on sale on the 5th of July, so people can definitely get those. And you are doing a meet and greet in Australia, and we might be... No, I'm sure we're not going to be getting any special hot sauce, are we?
Probably not. No, probably not any hot sauce, but we can headbang, and I can give you some high fives. Some hugs.
Definitely. Well, I will tell people once again, Suicide Silence on Facebook, and the tour dates. You start on the 3rd of September in Brisbane, then the 4th you'll be in Sydney, and the 6th in Newcastle, the 7th in Melbourne, the 8th in Adelaide, and the 9th in Perth, and you're not even getting a day off there at all.
Who needs it? We're just there to rock.
And the album, You Can't Stop Me, is out now, and people should definitely get hold of that. It is an awesome album.
See you guys in September.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to it, and it is a great album. Can't wait to see it performed live, and I'm sure some of your old favourites will be in the show too.
Hell yeah, dude. Cool.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for the interview, and I'll talk to you later.
Bye.